जय परम करुणा जय नित्य गौरा चंद्र जय परम करुणा जय नित्य गौरा चंद्र जय परम करुणा जय गौर चंद्र जय परम करुणा जय नित्य गौर जय जय प्रभुवा प्रभुवा प्रभुपा जय जय प्रभुपा जय जय प्रभु प्रभुपा जय जय ओ नित्य गौरा हरि बो हरि बो हरि बो नित्य गौरा हरि बो नित्य गौर हरि हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौरा हरि बोल। सब लोग आप नीचे झुककर दंडवत प्रणाम कीजिए।
जय श्री श्री परम करुणिताय गौर चंद्र के जय विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य स्तोत्र सत श्री श्रीमद डिवाइन ग्रेस एसी भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य स्तोत्र सत श्री श्रीमद भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय नाम आचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंद राधा कुंद गिर गोवर्धन की जय श्री वृंदावन धाम की जय मथुरा धाम की जय मायापुर नवद्वीप धाम की जय गंगा माई यमुना माई की जय भक्ति देवी तुलसी महारानी की जय संकीर्तन यज्ञ की जय सामवेद भक्त वृंद की जय निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे। All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Shri Shri Ramchandra Bhagavan ki jai. Shri Shri Ramchandra Bhagavan ki jai. Shri Shri Ramchandra Bhagavan ki jai. Shri Shri Ram Mandir ki jai. Ribo.
Namaste Narasingaya Prahlada Hiranyakashipurvakshaha Shilatanakana kalaine Iton simha paraton simha Yato yato yamitaton simha Bahir simha ridhain simha Narasingamarim sharanam prapare Tavakara kamalavareenaka Adbhuta Shringa Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanu Bringa Keshavarita Narahare Rupa Jaya Jagarisha Hare Jaya Jagarisha Hare Jai Jagadish Hare Tavakara Kamala Varenaka Adabhuta Singha Dalidan Hiranyakashipu Jayan Shingare, Jayan Shingare, Jayan Shingare, Jayan Shingare. Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj. Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj. Shri Lakshmi Nrsimha Bhagwan ki jai, Bhakti Shuni Prahlad Maharaj ki jai.
Jai Shri Ram. Jai Shri Ram. Ayodhya Ram Mandir ki. Shri Ayodhya Dham ki. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. The Lordship Shri Shri Paramakarna Nitai Gaurachandra ki. So we'd like to humbly request His Grace Hari Kirtan Rasadas to please be a little cooperative with us this evening and show us. Let's see how many persons would have able to attend live. Partha, you want to translate? No, they don't. Half of them doesn't understand. They take that mic. Come here. Come here. You can give doctor if you want. Let's see how many persons would have attended live online this morning, seen the opening and inauguration Pran Pratishta ceremony of Ram Mandir.
कल कितना लोगों ने और राम मंदिर का वो किया लाइव वीडियो देखा कल सुबह कल रात को सब लोगों ने देखा
So I attended, so I'm raising my hand. So,
Yes.
Still quite a few people didn't get to attend for whatever reason. So, as promised, we will give some. We wouldn't show the whole 2-3 hours opening of Ram Mandir Pran Pratishta that would have took place, but we'll give you some glimpse of some bits and pieces, and hopefully over the next couple days you can able to probably take in the full Pran Pratishta and the opening and the speeches and all that. So Har Kirtan, you ready? So the session this evening is an open session. We will get a few remarks from a few persons, maybe like Dr. Gomes, Mr. Jagnarayan, and let's see who else will want to come forward and say a few thoughts on their y'all experience in this whole week, especially, or all this 500 years leading up to Ayodhya Ram Mandir, opening the birthplace of Lord Ramachandra. So that will be the program. We'll take a few thoughts. We'll hear little glories of Lord Ramachandra, and we will slip in some of these videos just to give us a little idea of what would have transpired in Ayodhya. And at different times, while Kirtan will be going on, you can also scroll around the temple quick and see what is going on before you also miss what is happening outside. So you can get both sides of this world. We don't want to just keep you inside here. 505 diyas are being lighted out there. So you want to say that? 505 diyas.
तो सब मंदिर के आगे पीछे पूरा 505 दिवा जलाए आज भगवान के नाम पे जो कोई कल से प्रोग्राम चल रहा है ना तो 505 प्रभु जी बोलें कि अगर बाहर जाकर आप देख सकते हो कि क्या चल रहा है मंदिर में.
So during Kirtan, they can go out on the corridor and take a look, take some pictures and come in back.
आप जा सकते हैं बाहर थोड़ा पिक्चर निकाल कर आप आ सकते हैं कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. अभी थोड़ा सा जो कल दिखाई था ना थोड़ा टीवी में अभी थोड़ा दिखाएंगे उसको फिर हमारे यहाँ पर कीर्तन चालू रहेगा कंटिन्यूस.
So Har Kirtan, you ready? No, not now, not now.
अभी अभी नहीं, अभी बैठे रहो.
Pata Prabhu, you have to make sure they understand. Go right ahead.
Man of the make no mistake was Prime Minister Narendra Modi. I had the opportunity to speak to some top officials in his team, many of whom conveyed the sentiment that Prime Minister Modi thought that today was the most special moment.
So this was just after the deity's eye would have opened and they would have made different offerings. That is the first flower offering, pushpa offering that the deities would have received from the hands of the Prime Minister of India, Mr. Narendra Modi. There's a little glimpse of what was happening outside. The Indian Air Force helicopter was showering flower petals, as you can see there. So this was the first full view, full glimpse after the deity's eye would have opened. Ki Jai! Ram Lala Ki Jai! So we'll have a little kirtan, and then we'll come back. Oh, you want to show this video, and then we go for kirtan? Okay. So this is a little news video. Let's hear this, and then you will go for
The
some
man of the
kirtan.
moment, make no mistake, was Prime Minister Narendra Modi. I had the opportunity to speak to some top officials in his team, many of whom conveyed the sentiment that Prime Minister Modi thought that today was the most special moment of his life. We heard from RSS Chief Mohan Bhagwat, who said that the Prime Minister undertook rituals which were far more tough, far more painstaking than even the priest had ordained for or asked for. This was a man who was geared for the moment. I saw him march down as he greeted all the sadhus and the sons, and then going up to the Garbhagriha. He was a man on a mission. He had a stride of a kind that he hadn't seen. Face glowing, all set, because he knew that his name was going down in the books of history as the man who made the dream of the Ram temple possible.
Ram Lalla has got a new home. The 51-inch idol, crafted by skilled hands of sculptor Arun Yogiraj from Mysuru, portraying the image of 5-year-old Ram standing gracefully on a lotus, carved from a single block of stone, was consecrated right at 12:30 p.m. during the auspicious 84 seconds mark of Pratishtha. The ceremony began at 12:05 p.m. when Prime Minister Modi entered the Mandir premises. He entered the newly built Mandir at 12:10 p.m. carrying the sacred silver mukut or the crown. This marked the beginning of Pran Pratishtha rituals with Prime Minister Modi as the Mukhya Yajman. Then followed the Lakshmi Ganesh Puja at 12:14 p.m., a ritual of offering first prayers to Ganesh, the Vignaharta or the god who removes obstacles. RSS Chief Mohan Bhagwat and UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath were also present during the ceremony. At 12:16 came the magical view of Ram Lalla. The first images of Ram Lalla in all his glory, wearing his gold abhushan, was revealed to the world after the cloth covering the idol's eyes was taken off. Prime Minister Modi offered lotus flowers at Ram Lalla's feet and prayed before him, seeking his divine blessings. The ritual of Aarti followed. While Aarti was being performed inside the Garbhagriha, the VIPs and the dignitaries present outside rang bells. Prime Minister Modi bowed down before Ram Lalla and offered Shashtang Pranam. He then did a parikrama of the idol. Prime Minister Modi was offered a golden ring by one of the seers present at the ceremony. At the end of the ceremony, Prime Minister Modi thanked all the dignitaries present. Prime Minister Modi broke his 11-day Anushtan, drinking the holy Panchamrit, the prasad offered by the chief priest of Ram Janmabhoomi Temple Trust.
मेरा सौभाग्य है कि इसी पुनीत पवित्र भाव के साथ मुझे सागर से सरयू तक की यात्रा का अवसर मिला।
Another highlight of the ceremony was a rendition of Ram Dhun version of song Raghupati Raghav Raja Ram during the rituals. Ram Lalla now awaits his millions of devotees who have been waiting for his darshan at his new abode. Bureau Report, India Today.
Hare Krishna. Put your hands together. Hare Krishna. So, as we were saying for all these days, what good karma, what penance that we would have performed, that within this present human body, we are getting such blessings, such amazing, amazing blessings that in our lifetime, Ram Lalla, Lord Ram Mandir at Lord Ram's birthplace after 500 years was just inaugurated. Pran Pratishta was just performed. And now the Lord ready to receive the offerings and the worship of the entire world. There should be no contention of the Lord's birthplace. We were saying a few days, I think, Sunday before last Sunday, we were indicating to you that except the birthplace of Lord Nityananda Balaram, which took place in Ekachakra, and remember Ekachakra was mentioned in the Mahabharata, that the Pandavas would have spent some time in Ekachakra. So Ekachakra is the birthplace of Lord Nityananda Balaram 500 years ago in the pastime of Mahaprabhu when Lord Chaitanya came. That's the only appearance place of the Lord, or one of the only appearance place of the Lord, that totally there is no contention. Even the birthplace of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, there are contentions. Some say not this side on the Ganga, not on the northern side of the Ganga, is the southern side or the western or the eastern, whichever side they are saying. And it's not this place, it is that place, because what happened over 500 years, every so often you will know that the state of Bengal, Ganga will overflow. About 10, 12 years ago, there were 11 feet water. ISKCON World Headquarters, the pujaris, the water came till up to this point of Radha Madhava. The pujaris had to dive down and go and perform some puja for Ugra Nrsimha. Ugra Nrsimha is on a lower platform. or rather Madhava, and the Astasakis on a 6-foot platform, and then these deities are 6 foot. So the water went 11 foot, just touching the chin, and then went down back. That's how far Ganga. So after so many years, all these floods and so many things would have took place, riverbed moved and all that. You don't know what happened. So there are contentions of the birthplace of the Lord. And you know, Janmabhoomi or Krishna Janmabhoomi in Vrindavan, in Mathura Vrindavan, same issue going on ongoingly. So this marked a very special, significant moment in the life of Sanatanis, those who follow Vedic scriptures, those who call themselves Hindus around the world. This marked a very significant day. Don't take it lightly. In the history of our lifetime, this is probably one of the most significant things that are taking place. So let us enjoy a few minutes of kirtan. While this kirtan is going on, if you like to take a little quick look outside, you don't have to go down. Just go on the corridor out here and take a quick look of the lighting up that is happening at the front of the temple and at the side of the temple here. And of course, you join in kirtan at the same time. Lord Ramachandra ki Jai. Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram.
Hare Krishna.
Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Shrimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Sunyavari Pasyatari Shatarine Jayo Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadhara Shiva Shari Gaura Bhakta Vrindam Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Shri Shri Parama Karuna Nitai Gaura Chandra Bhagavan Ki Jai Shri Shri Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman Ki Jai Shiva Prabhupada Ki Jai Guru Deva Ki Jai Nitai Gaura Premanande Hari Hari Bo Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Jai Shri Ram Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Shri
Krishna,
Ram.
Krishna Krishna,
Bolo, bolo.
Hare
Ji jago.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Shri Ram.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Please sing
Krishna,
Hari Om.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Shri Ram.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Oh, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Bola boliye Hari
Krishna,
Bol.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Oh, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Shri Ram.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Oh, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Bolo, can't hear you.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Shri Ram.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Rama
Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Jaya Sita Ram Jaya Lakshman Hanuman Sita Ram Jaya Lakshman Hanuman
Sita Ram Jaya Lakshman Hanuman Sita Ram Jaya Lakshman Hanuman
Jaya Sita Ram Sita Ram Sita Ram Jaya Lakshman Hanuman
Jaya Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman Sita Ram Jaya Lakshman Hanuman
Jaya Parama Karuna Jaya Nitai Gaura Chandra Parama Karuna Jaya Nitai Gaura Chandra
Jaya Parama Karuna Jaya Nitai Gaura Chandra Jaya Parama Karuna Jaya Nitai
Nitai Gaura Haribo 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 Gaura Haribo
Jai Gaura Haribo 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 Gaura Haribo
Nitai Gaura Haribo 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 Gaura Haribo
Jai Gaura Haribo 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 Gaura Haribo
Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Srila Prabhupada
Jai Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Prabhupada
Jaya Jaya Gurudev 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 Jaya Gurudev
Jai Jaya Gurudev 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 Jaya Gurudev
Jaya Jaya Gurudev 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 Jaya Gurudev
Jai Jaya Gurudev 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 Jaya Gurudev
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare
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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna. So we like to invite everyone to please, as much as possible, you probably can re-enter back into the temple. I'd like to humbly request Mr. Singh, Uncle Jagnarayan Singh, to please come forward and share a few thoughts on the occasion of Sri Ram Mandir inauguration, Pran Pratishtha ceremony that would have took place earlier today in Ayodhya, India, the most sacred and auspicious land of the Lord's appearance. So, Mr. Singh, you have a lot of light here, so be careful.
Be careful and dodge wrong before we cheer. Thank you very much, Prabhu, and Hare Krishna to everyone. I guess I went to the back again, not to because I'm not too sure what I should say, but I when you listen to the songs that we're singing this morning, Guyana time, this wee hours in the morning, they were glorifying the king, the most righteous king of the Raghu clan coming back home. Some of you may not know what had happened and the history of that place. You would have known, and they were saying 500 years, we would have known that the Mughal Empire, as they were moving, were taking a lot of places in India. Then the British came and Lutu. And in 1992, for some of you who had followed the history of India, when that a mosque was in that spot were broken, were destroyed, there were a lot of conflict in India, and rioting and so on in India. Like last night when you were looking at this, what had happened, and it was unprecedented, and I'm sure that the opposition in India was saying this is a political gimmick by the Narendra Modi's party just a few months before the election. But when you see the Prime Minister would have taken time out and spent so much hours there, and if you look at the vintage TV footage, the amount of cameras, the amount of soldiers, and the protection he had to get, and I was telling my wife today, and when she was saying because of the conflict, that's why he had to get so much of protection. But I just reminded her, I says, you know who killed Gandhi? Wasn't a Muslim. Who would have killed Indira Gandhi's son? Wasn't a Muslim. It was one of the bodyguards, or just somebody who was close to them and so on. So you got to be careful. And those were things where history repeating itself. Because if you even look at the Bible, the person who would betray Christ was somebody very close to him. So you still got to be careful. Well, last night when you're looking at this ceremony, I just recall and was thinking, you know, how great and all our stories, all our teachings in the Hindu religion is telling us good always triumph over evil, goodness always overcome, light always overcome darkness. And when I remember a couple of years ago, I was in Miami, and some Christians were trying to explain to me all the stories of the Bible and how Jesus Christ died for you and this one died for you and what they can do. And I was explaining to them, I says, we also have many stories who can tell you what happened to us. And like this would happen last night. Ram, the king of the Ragu clan, the Lord himself, went back to his birthplace. I said, I got a story I can tell you of Krishna's birth. Krishna was born to his parents when they were chained to material pillars in a dungeon. And you got to listen very carefully. Krishna was born to parents who were chained physically, based on the story, to some pillars in a dungeon. And when he came into their lives, the chain were broken. The chain that we all have to the material pillars of the material things in life today. I'm sure if you do the same, when Krishna came to his parents, those chains are broken. And I'm sure, like what happened last night, Guyana time, this morning, India time, where the most righteous king of the Ragu clan went back home, or came back home, I would say, because we should consider that as part of our world and not the day where it did happen. We all take an example of the type of enthusiasm. And those who went to India, and Prabhu and those Indians would know, those who went to India, whenever you go to one of those religious functions and those people are there, those who believe in God. And the belief is not 60-40. Belief is 100% belief. Those who believe in God, I'm sure, would always want to get to the front. If you had seen the movement before going to the Ayodhya Dam to see this whole activity, was thousands and thousands and stream of people coming along the streets. But then they had to be stopped somewhere because of the security concern and so on that would have happened. I remember going to India to one function, and when you see the thousands and thousands of people trying to get to the front, I just stand up at the side and allow them. I says, okay, I'm sure that I may not get to God, but I'm sure that God is in my heart and He will always be with me. And that's how some of us should be thinking. This morning, I'm sure when I was screenshotting some of the things, I got some early shots from Prabhu too also. Somebody would have sent him because he forwarded some of the pictures in the WhatsApp group. When I was screenshotting it and sending it to some friends, I guess no one had woken up. The only person who would have messaged me back was my wife was with her phone in some other corner of the house, was messaging me back, so hardly anyone was looking at it. It's very important for us, I can tell you, it's very important for us who believe in Sanatan Dharma, who believe in good triumph over evil, who believe that once God comes into our lives, we will be unshackled from all these material chains. I'm sure that that was my feelings last night, that God has come back home, come back to His righteous place, and we would all can take that as part of the lesson that we will learn what happened there. We know the struggles. We know the struggles, and that's something that always happens. Nothing comes without struggle, and after the struggle, after all the evil, we had the triumph good over evil at this moment last night. Thank you very much, and I guess I was surprised to be called here too, so I just was thinking along the way while I'm speaking. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Uncle Jack, for those reminders and wonderful words. At this point in time, I would like to humbly request Dr. Gomes. Where is Dr. Gomes? Dr. Gomes is lighting the so we'll humbly request our dear Peter G, Mr. Davi, to please come forward and share a few thoughts with us. I know that this moment would have bring many thoughts to him, and it would have been near and dear to him also. Just for all of us to live to see this moment, it is extremely, extremely special. So Prabhuji.
Oh, something in Hindi. Okay, I will try. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Hare Ram. वर्णिवेश रमणीय दर्शनम मंदहास्याच रुचिराबुजम पूजिते सर्णवैममा धर्मानंदम अहम विचिन्तये. Hare Krishna, one again to all devotees. Today is a very great day in the Hindu religion. It was yesterday in India, but today in Guyana. Why it is so important? That if you try to understand the history of Ram temple, the birth place of Lord Rama, our beloved Lord, you know, India was ruled by Mughals for about 800 years and was ruled by English for about 200 years. That means 1,000 years we have suffered from the hands of the foreigners. And what Mughals did, if you see the history, you should read the history, that if you want to destroy a country, destroy the civilization, destroy the culture, destroy the religion. Babar attacked so many temples in India, including our great temples. He destroyed Ram temple, which was there, not to loot anyone. Normally somebody destroys to loot anyone or to rob anything. But if you want to kill a society, kill its culture, kill its linkages. And that was the purpose of it. And after so many years of struggle, it is really unfortunate for us that we have to struggle so much to put our beloved deity at the rightful place. But they did it. And if you read the history of that, so many people have died. So many individuals have given up their job, their professions, their life, the devotion of Lord Krishna and Lord Rama. You may be surprised to know that Lord Somnath, our beloved God, Lord Shiva, his temple was attacked 7 times by Ghizni. Still, so many people died to save their temple. Therefore, what Prime Minister Modi said yesterday was very touching. He said, this is the revival of Hinduism. This is the revival of our Hindu culture. And I'm so happy to see it here in Guyana, thousands of kilometers away from India, that we have been able to maintain. Now it becomes our duty to keep our faith, our religion, which is so important to us, so important to our heart, keep alive and keep kicking on. And I can tell you one thing from my experience, and if you look at the biography of the people who have been very successful in their life, 3 things are very important for the success of an individual in the human life. One is culture, religion. The culture and religion will keep you away from all the evils of the life. All the evils of, you will stay away from alcohol, you will stay away from all other dirty things, from gambling and all other things. And it's a recipe to become successful in your life. You will be more disciplined, you will be more honest, you will be more focused, you will be detached from those worldly things, and this is the way to the success in your human life also. Therefore, we should keep our culture on, and this is a great day for India, great day for all Hindus. We should celebrate all over the world. We are celebrating all over the world. And if you see the celebration in India, I am getting so many photographs in my WhatsApp. Oh, it's amazing. You can't imagine it, that such a thing has happened in India. Okay? And our religion, our culture is so, I would say, immortal, that so many attempts were made, still we are still alive and kicking. There is something which is there, no? Which they do. And there were so many hurdles were created in creation of this temple. If you look at the hurdles, if you look at the history, oh, And what was the most surprising, some of the Hindus were opposing it for their political purpose, for their own personal reasons. But we should be very happy. I am really privileged to be a person here witnessing this temple, doing so much of things. I am very happy. I am very privileged. And you know, at this point of time, what they go, there are so many songs of Lata Mangeshkar. There is a Lata Mangeshkar Chowk in Ayodhya. And I will say one line, which basically says that let's sing songs because Ram has come back. It was originally come back. When Lord Rama with Sita and Lakshman returned to the kingdom Ayodhya after 14 years, it says, Aao mil mangal gao re, aao mil mangal gao re, Awadh mein Ram padhare. ये महिमा लिखी न जाए रे, ये महिमा लिखी न जाए रे, अवध में राम पधारे. It means that Ram has come back. Let's sing songs and welcome him. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. So now that we know Uncle David can sing, so we'll have to bring him in the Kirtan Mandali. Next time he'll have to be in the Kirtan party. So I'd like to humbly request, where is Sachi Sutta? Sachi Sutta Das is somewhere around. So I'd like to request Hari Kirtan to share a few thoughts on the occasion, and then we'll do a little Kirtan. We'll hear Jai Ram Shri Ram from Mayapur, Chandradoya Prabhu, and then we'll continue.
Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Ram. Little bit louder, please. Jai Shri Ram. So it is the most fortunate opportunity for us to be able to witness such a wonderful and most wondrous, amazing, awesome event. This type of event doesn't happen very easily, and it comes with a lot of struggle, as our dear Mr. Daveji just indicated about the struggle that went into getting this beautiful home of Sri Ram Lala to be put up at his Janmabhoomi Sthan in Ayodhya, Dham, India. As we've been saying over many of the past few days, although Lord Ramachandra has been installed in his new home, we also would like to install him within our hearts. And I'm sure everybody, by seeing the Murti of Ram Lala, this beautiful, most wonderful Murti, I don't know how many of us, I hope all of us would have looked at the darshan properly. And you see Lord Ramachandra's eyes, how beautiful he looks, how beautiful the Murti's eyes are. If we can just immerse ourselves in those eyes, or at his lotus feet, and forever install him on the throne of our hearts, that will be the greatest victory. Then it doesn't matter if somebody comes and somehow or other there's no mandir, whether there's a mandir or no mandir, once Lord Ramachandra is within our hearts, no one can take that away from us. We don't know what imposition will be put upon us in the future, but whatever that imposition might be, when I say that, we don't know if in the future we'll be able to travel as freely, if we can travel easily and go to India. Some of us may not be able to travel and go to India physically, but we can have Lord Ramachandra within our hearts installed and make our hearts as good as Ayodhya Dham, India. So that, Jai Shri Ram! Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, thank you very much, Hari Kirtan. Hare Krishna. So I was asking Hari Kirtan to show us something Don't leave. You will have an opportunity. Maybe during this kirtan we can start. And those who are outside, will close the door. So the opportunity will be that there is a 5-week lamp there. I don't see they have a bell. Somebody can bring a bell. So there's a 5-week lamp. So all of us will get an opportunity to wave a 5-week lamp. You can point the lamp to Srila Prabhupada or take Prabhupada's blessings and or permission, that is, Prabhupada's permission. And then we can wave a 5-week lamp around the beautiful picture along with Ram Lala Mandir. And then we can probably wave it around Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda and the main altar here and take the blessings of Lord Ramachandra on this special, most auspicious day and special moment for all of us. So we'd like to ask His Grace Mayapur Chandra Prabhu to lead us in a few minutes. Kirtan glorifying Lord Ramachandra. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Sitaram, 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 Ram Ram, Sitaram,
Sitaram, Sitaram, Sitaram,
Dashrath Nandana Ram Siya Ram, Ayodhya Vasi Ram, Sitaram, 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 Ram Ram, Raja Ram, Patita Pavana Ram, Patita Pavana Ram, Sitaram, 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 Ram Ram, Sitaram,
Sitaram, Sitaram, Sitaram, Ram Ram, Sitaram,
Sitaram, Sitaram, Sitaram, Ram Ram, Sitaram, Sitaram,
Sitaram, Ram Ram, Sitaram.
Dashrath Nandana Ram Sitaram, Ayodhya Vasi Ram,
Dashrath Nandana Ram Sitaram, Ayodhya Vasi Ram.
Dashrath Nandana Ram, Ayodhya Vasi Ram,
Dashrath Nandana Ram Siya Ram, Ayodhya Vasi Ram.
Ram, Jai Raghunandan Ram, Jai
Raghunandan Ram.
Sita Ram, Sita Ram, Sita Ram, Ram Ram, Sita Ram, Sita
Ram, Sita Ram, Sita Ram, Ram Ram,
Sita Ram, Sita Ram, Sita Ram, Ram Ram, Sita Ram,
Sita Ram, Sita Ram, Sita Ram, Ram Ram, Sita Ram.
Jai Raghunandan Ram, Ayodhya Vasi Ram,
Jai Raghunandan Ram, Ayodhya Vasi Ram.
Sita Ram, Sita Ram, Sita Ram, Sita Ram, Ram Ram, Raja Ram, Jai Raghunandan Ram, Janaki Jeevan Ram, Sita Ram, Sita Ram, Sita Ram, Ram Ram, Sita Ram, Sita Sitaram, 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 Ram, Ram, Sitaram,
Sitaram, Sitaram,
Sitaram, Ram, Ram, Sitaram, 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 Ram, Ram, Sitaram,
Sitaram, Sitaram, Sitaram, Ram Ram, Sitaram,
Sitaram, Ram, Ram, Sitaram,
Ram Ram Ram, Sitaram,
Sitaram, Ram, Ram, Sitaram,
Sitaram, 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 Ram Ram,
Sitaram, 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 Ram, Ram, Sitaram. Everybody loudly together. Sitaram, 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 Ram, Ram, Sitaram.
Haribol, put your hands together. Sitaram, Ram Ram. So of course, the opportunity is going on while we'll be making presentation. No bell. No bell. During kirtan you can ring bell, but when presentation you come and you do your artik quietly. So everyone, it's open for everyone. You can come and take the opportunity. A few persons at a time. Don't crowd up too much. At this point in time, we'd like to humbly request one of our senior rep of the Hare Krishna movement here in Guyana, His Grace Haridas Prabhu, who is now living overseas but visiting us here in Guyana. So I'd like to ask His Grace Haridas Prabhu to share a few thoughts on us on the occasion of the inauguration and Pran Pratishtha of Ram Lala Mandir at Lord Ram's birthplace in Ayodhya, India. Haridas Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. So I'm very delighted that we have taken the advantage of observing this wonderful occasion, the inauguration of the most beautiful temple of Sri Ram in Ayodhya. And of course, it's very overwhelming to see the response throughout the world, people reciprocating to this wonderful occasion. As we have heard from Bhaiji Srimand Dabi, it's over 500 years that devotees of Lord Ram has been battling to get this place of Ayodhya, where Lord Ram took his birth. I was especially touched by the lawyer that represent this matter, one Mr. Parsharan. He was 90 years old. And while he was making his presentation before the judge requested him to sit, being a very elderly man. But he said, in my life, I always stand to represent my clients. Today, my client is Sri Ram. And he stood for 4.5 hours bare feet, providing the historical perspective of why this place should be given and should be acknowledged as the birthplace of Sri Ram. Of course, another personality, Meenakshi Jain, who is a historian, also presented many past histories of this place being the birth site of Lord Ram. And ultimately, when that place was excavated, there was this temple of Sri Ram there. Of course, the bhaktas, the devotees of Lord Ram, through the many years, although whatever temple they put up, smaller temples, they were taken down again and then again. But, you know, one thing that brings result is determination. And that's what we have seen today, that through determination and devotion, that place is now being given to the devotees, that we have this wonderful Mandir of Sri Ram. And so it means that Sanatan Dharma is alive. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, put your hands together for Haridas Prabhu, and that is something that was said yesterday, and I think Saturday night, even Friday night, it was probably mentioned that one of the quality of Lord Ramachandra is that he wouldn't have forget anyone that would have played such an important or even smaller little role in the mission of reclaiming Sita and destroy Ravana and his entourage, his dynasty, you may say. Just reflect on what Haridas Prabhu said, because now seeing the grand celebration, that the videos that you're seeing up, and you know, the magnificent Ram Mandir and the work of Narendra Modi and Mr. Narendra Modi and all the people who have been behind the constructions, and even you saw carving, the person that carved the deities have took such limelight, you know, millions and millions of people, if not over 1 billion people all over the world, and especially in India, becoming more and more aware of these persons. But just hearing Haridas Prabhu that go back to the court case, and how all this would have become possible after 500 years of struggle. Something special had to happen. There had to be some special people. Some special persons had to be part of it or empowered a different step, a different stage to do whatever would have happened or to do whatever they did. So I'd like to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you over the last week or so to put together 4 sessions on the roadside in the villages, Mahaika, Cane Grove, Enmore, Good Hope, and then yesterday morning here at the temple. Yesterday morning here at the temple would have been a little challenging one, that we were away in Cane Grove Saturday evening, and then to bring back everything here, get the sound system, get the chairs, get everything ready yesterday morning. Sometimes people take these things for granted, that you attended a program in Cane Grove and you finished there 10 p.m. in the night, and then next morning you come here 10 o'clock and you see everything that was there here. I don't know if you think miracle does happen, but it's not a real miracle, it's a real life sacrifice. So I want to take this opportunity to thank all the devotees and the workers from Dave's Promotional, the temple staff here, Partha Prabhu and his team, Radhakishore Ananda Prabhu, and the pujaris that would have been making all the offerings and take care of the altar, the persons who would have assisted in transportation, like Madhavasham Prabhu and Mahendra Prabhu would have donated one of his cantor to the temple for almost a week. So put your hands together for Mayapur Prabhu, Madhavasham and Mahendra Prabhu to assist. Many other persons assist with transportation, taking devotees to the program back and forth. Sachi Sutta and others were there. The Kirtanwalas, Damodar Maula Prabhu and others. Put your hands together for the Kirtaniers. Those who would have assisted with cameras and projectors, put your hands together for them. All the persons who would have attended all the sessions, put your hands together for those persons. You're clapping your hands in front of their lordship and they are seeing you. Persons who would have given monetary contribution or contributing in grocery, vegetable, flowers for all the programs. Persons who would have announced and highlight the program, NTN television station. And many persons who would have distributed invitations. Put your hands together for all those persons. Throughout all these days, persons who were serving prasadam. Put your hands together for those persons who were serving prasadam. And don't forget the persons who were washing the wares and the containers in the kitchen, the pots and the kaharis and those things. Put your hands together for every one of all the persons who would have participated, and we did not mention their names, but they are included in the whole drive for the Ram Katha and the inauguration, or bring about the awareness of the inauguration of Ram Mandir in Ayodhya. Put your hands together for all those persons who attended online. And even now, you're probably online? Huh? And now he's online, your live stream, so whatever you're saying and whatever you're doing here, people are seeing it, and they will see it over the next so many months and years to come. It will be up on YouTube. So put your hands together once again for all those who will continue to join us and see these programs online that we would have, put together. The entire management team of HKSC and the supportive team, put your hands together for those individuals. This morning, the temple would have, along with Dave's Promotional, would have undertaken a task to prepare 500 parcels of sweet prasadam offered to Lord Ramachandra, prepare a bag with t-shirt. What was in the bag? Huh? Calendar, diary, t-shirt. Some bags had a keychain, a religious keychain, and the back engraved Jai Shri Ram, Ram Mandir inauguration, Ayodhya, something like that, January 2022, 2024. So those 500 parcels, bags were given out from Cane Grove, Mahaika, all the way to West Coast, along with an invitation for the upcoming festival. What is the upcoming festival? Huh? Brahmotsava, the 15th installation anniversary of their Lordship, Shri Shri Paramakana Nitai Gaura Chandra. Shri Shri Paramakana Nitai Gaura Chandra Ke. So to honor their Lordship for all the mercies and blessings that they would have been given to us so far, we'll have a grand 15th Brahmotsava installation anniversary of their Lordship on the 25th, which will mark the day that they were installed originally, when their eyes would have become open and ready to become alive and ready to receive our offerings, our service, and give their benedictions and blessings to us over the last 15 years. Sometime they go out on the roadside and they give their benediction, and then other time they are here, and they never fail to keep their hands up in the mudra or in the symbol or in the sign of surrender, teachings surrender, Sharanagati. And they are none different from, if you have any doubt or any other thoughts, they are none different from, bring it a little, Regis. They are none different. Lord Chaitanya, you can see Lord Chaitanya with the Kamandalu and the rod. That is Mahaprabhu as a sannyasi, renunciant. When the Lord came as Mahaprabhu, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he came, he took sannyas. And you saw Krishna with his flute, that is Krishna. And you saw the bow and arrow, that is Lord Ramachandra. So this form of Lord Chaitanya showed this form to some of his close associates and devotees when he was present 500 years ago, a little over 500 years ago. Lord Chaitanya showed a Satbhuj form, that he is Krishna, he is Lord Ram, and he is Mahaprabhu at the same time. So when you make your offering and you see the beautiful outfit and dress, or the style of dressing from yesterday to today of their Lordship, you look carefully, you look at the matted hair and everything, that is Lord Ramachandra. That is Lord Ramachandra. Of course, the peacock of Krishna is there, but the style of dressing is Lord Ramachandra. So that program will be on Thursday evening, and His Holiness Bhaktimarga Swami, the walking monk, disciple of Srila Prabhupada, initiating spiritual master, will be here with us for that ceremony. Then on Saturday, we'll be having a one-day Padayatra. Normally we do 3 days Padayatra. This time will be 1 day. We'll assemble by Radhakishore Prabhu's residence next to 401 Mandir market area there. And we'll go around the market, take their Lordship on a small cart. We'll go through the market, and then we will end up in Good Hope by Mahendra's Prabhu's residence. We will have a grand religious and cultural evening Padayatra stage program with their Lordship will be there, and Bhaktimarga Swami. And then Sunday morning we'll have a follow-up or continuation of the Brahmotsava festival with His Holiness Bhaktimarga Swami here at 10 a.m. Sunday morning. So everyone are invited. There are invitations. Radhakishore Prabhu have invitation. When you go to the Prasadam Hall, you can collect an invitation, or we will send it out to your WhatsApp that you can attend all these programs. So I'd like to ask His Grace Sachisuda Prabhu to give us a few thoughts on the occasion of Ram Mandir, and then we will have some concluding kirtan by His Grace Parthasarthi Prabhu, who just returned from Bharat, India. And I was asking how is it that Ram Mandir is opening, and Ram Mandir opening inauguration taking place on the 22nd, and on the 19th he's traveling back to come to Guyana. I don't know how that, But nevertheless, we'll be hearing part of Prabhu was in India, traveling for 2 months. We will hear some special kirtan from His Grace part of Prabhu just after we take a few quick word from His Grace Sachisuta Prabhu. Sachisuta Prabhu would have imbibed the last 6 sessions or 5 sessions of Ram Katha and saw a lot of videos and those things, but we'll ask him to summarize that and just give us in a few thoughts. What would have touched you more on these sessions? Or what caught your attention more on these few sessions? Right? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Om Jnanatimirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Jai Shri Ram. Shri Paramakarnitai Gaur Chandra Ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. So before I share some thoughts or reflections, we just like to take this opportunity to thank very much and express our deepest gratitude to Prabhupada Prabhu, his family for taking on this wonderful service to organize this 6th session of Ramayan Katha and creating awareness throughout the East Coast and online and in so many ways to propagate the awareness of the grand inauguration of the Sri Maryada Purushottama Sri Ram Mandir. So we want to thank Prabhuji very much for his efforts and his sacrifice, and also all the staff, all the workers. Just to stand here and say thank you, that is insufficient to really appreciate them. But I have seen how over the last week or so, these devotees, they have worked tirelessly, going up to the different sites and setting up and, be there for the entire program, all the booth arrangements, just to print all these different items of token and gifts, would have mean quite a bit, quite a lot. And, I just want to recognize that on behalf of all the youths, of all the devotees of the center here. So, my reflections, I'll just keep it brief. I've attended 5 sessions. I wasn't here yesterday. But it was very inspiring for me in the sense that we have always heard from devotees, like from Prabhu's generation and even our grandparents, how this culture of hosting Ramayan Yagya, Ramayan sessions in the villages back in the days, how that used to be. But really and truly, I never experienced that. So it was, to my amazement and, to my good fortune that I was actually there in the villages and to see and to understand, the real glories of discussing the Ramayana, to hear the chanting of the Chaupais and, various other sections of the Ramcharitmanas, to hear these bhajans and to understand their meanings. That was something very special for me because, like, we chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. On Ram Navami we observe, we speak the glories of Lord Ramachandra. But the way how these programs, these festivals are going, I was desiring that, why can't this continue? Why can't this be an everyday session? It can be, if we really want it. If amongst where we are living, if we can gather a few friends and we can, take some time, do some kirtan, do some reading from the Ramayana, discuss some of these pastimes like Hari Kirtan, the angle and the way he was presenting these pastimes and how practical it was, how practically it related to our lives. It was, mind-blowing for me. And I'm sure many, all, who would have attended, youngsters, elders, seniors, whoever they may be, would have really become much more aware and recognize the importance of how, Lord Ram is as part of our life, and, how from his example, from his being a king, the most ideal brother, the most ideal son, how we can build this whole community spirit, the spirit of cooperativeness, and wanting to try to, to encourage one another on this path of Krishna consciousness. So I would say that overall, I think everyone who would have attended, the different sessions, even the television programs, I, got a glimpse of the television programs on the Facebook platform and so forth. It was very enlightening, it was very special, And actually, for me to wake up this morning and to watch and to be part of the live opening, the installation of Lord Ramachandra, Sri Ram Lala, and just to witness this entire program, and to see and to be there for the different aspects, the pujas and the presentations and all this. I think that one of the driving force, for me and to really help me to, like bring my consciousness up to standard was all due to these sessions that we had leading up to this morning, basically. So let's put our hands together for Prabhupada Prabhu and his team for, dedicating their lives to give us an opportunity to remember Lord Ram, to recognize that, today is a very historic day in each and every one of our lives, for our country, for Bharatvarsh, India, for this planet we call Earth, and for the entire universe. We don't know the special mercy and the good fortune that we are having to be part of such an occasion, because the other night we were hearing that, this is a once in a lifetime. One of the presenters was saying that this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. And it is. It is to witness the reappearance of Lord Ramachandra in the very place called Ayodhya. It's no ordinary happening. It's not an ordinary event. So thank you all very much. Hare Krishna. Shri Ramachandra ki jai.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Aji Sutta, and thank you to mention Hari Kirtan. That was a highlight, and I somehow I thought that the Ram Katha in the villages that Hari Kirtan would have presented would have created quite an impression to people's heart, far and wide, whoever would have heard him. And that means that even many of our seniors, His Grace Paramatma Prabhu, who would have joined us in Mahaika, words to me would have been that he felt now that the movement here in Guyana, the ISKCON movement, is in safe hands. Words like that we would have get in the villages. People were coming forward. I never, I never made a connection actually. We just join ISKCON and we just give ourselves fully. I never made a connection. When we did the first program in Mahaika by our good friend from SNS Supermarket, we call him Mr. Shamu. Shamu said something to me that made me think back, way back in the mid to late 70s and 80s, that my grandfather in Cane Grove, Mr. Ganesh, or they used to call him Nana Ganesh, and his brother, they used to call him Sadhu Man in Mahaika Creek, Handsome Tree Mahaika Creek, were the two stalwart individuals back in those days. That Mahaika Creek and Cane Grove, back in those days, had the best Ramayan gold. And my grandfather, those were the days of banned goods and Burnham days and like that. And he used to hold 9 days Ramayan Yajna. And those days, it wasn't like what we are seeing today. He will do 3 sessions or 4 sessions just in the evening and Sunday morning. No. Those days they used to do, this is, I'm telling you, 45 years ago. They used to do 3 sessions. 1 in the morning, 1 midday, and 1 in the evening. That's how Ramayan Katha used to done in the villages. And back in those days, you used to have huge turnout, and some of the best pandits in the country used to. So Shamu told me something that when he heard Hari Kirtan, my son, he made a connection back to my grandfather, that he said, the kind of enthusiasm and the kind of blessings that my grandfather had for Ramayan Katha, he's seeing it in this. What he heard, he doesn't know my grandfather directly, but came in that area, he probably heard from his grandparents or his parents, that he thought that Hari Kirtan is coming with some special blessings from that side. And I never made that connection. What we know join ISKCON is that they said when we join and you study the philosophy and then you understand so many things that transpire after Prabhupada left, that so that the real pure devotees of this movement that Prabhupada came to the Western world and started will be the third and fourth generation. Yeah, the real pure devotee will be the third and fourth generation. So look out in the Krishna consciousness movement, in this line of Vaishnavism. There may be some great souls, and we may be looking for great souls all over elsewhere, and they may be right around us, and we may not have the eyes or the understanding or the knowledge to recognize them, because recognizing a great soul is no external thing. It is an internal thing within us. We have to have some kind of a vision, some kind of inspiration, some special blessings to recognize great souls. So as we just heard from His Grace Sachisuta Prabhu, Sachisuta himself, he is busy trying to get himself together. I don't know how he will do it, to get married in a few weeks. And I saw he was on all these programs, and just now he's saying he wished that these programs would have continued. And I was telling Mayapur Prabhu, but he have to go and get married. So it's like, he have to go and get married. Anyway, so many things are happening here at the Hare Krishna Study Center by each and every one of you, kind-heartedness and your blessings, your support, your contributions ongoingly. I don't know how the temple is doing it. Last time I mentioned how much we spend for Diwali. And again, for these festivals, we continuously spending. He was telling you something about Dev's promotional. And I was telling Mayapur Prabhu that Dev's promotional, other than what the workers are giving, and there's no price to what the workers are giving physically, but Dev's promotional from mid-last month to now, print and deliver to the temple more than $3 million and stuff. So that is, that is like, that is something that is happening. All these things are going on behind the scene. Sometimes people see T-shirts, see pens, see keychains, see bags, and everything's are circulating. You probably never know where it is coming from. So there are many things that are happening. Don't take these things for granted. Everything that is happening here require support, require finances, required many hard labors and everything else. So at least let us appreciate the effort. Sometimes people get carried away with little things. Prabhupada Dev doesn't smile nice with them, doesn't speak nice with them, or this one, or Sanjay, or Kishore, any one of the leaders here. These are all little things. These are just little dots, on an entire white sheet. These things will go. We're all human. Mistake will be there. Mishaps will be there. We doesn't get stuck with that. Let us go on. Our spiritual life, our service to Lord Ramachandra, our service to their Lordship Sri Sri Paramakana Nitai Gaurachandra means much more than all that. Sometimes all kind of little gossip goes on and people stop come to the temple. As if I drink poison, someone else will drop dead. No, you cannot try to put some spokes in the wheel of time or in the movement of progress. Let us try to push. Let us try to, add to progress. Even if we cannot do anything, but do not do something negative to try to push some spokes in the wheel, as they say. At least be neutral if you cannot do anything to go forward. So once again, thank you all very much. We'll have Partha Prabhu waiting for this kirtan. And still, if you want to come and offer an artik to Lord Ram, otherwise there is Bhojan Prashadam for everyone. Please take Bhojan Prashadam. Take one of those invitations, and we will see you here for Brahmotsava ceremony Thursday evening at 6 p.m. Hare Krishna. Your Lordship Shri Shri Paramakanda Nitai Gaura Chandra Lord Ramachandra ki Jai Shri Ram. Jai Shri Ram. Jai Shri Ram. Jai Shri Ram. Hare Krishna.
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare बोले बोले सब लोग बोले Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
सब लोग थाली बजाओ
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Ayodhya Vasi Ram 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 Dasarath Nandan Rama Ayodhya Vasi Ram 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 Dasarath Nandan Rama Patit Pavan Janaki Jeevan Sita Mohan 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 Rama Ayodhya Vasi Ram Ram Dasarath Nandan Rama Ayodhya Vasi Ram Ram Dasarath Nandan Rama Patit Pavan Janaki Jeevan Sita Mohan Rama Patit Pavan Janaki Jeevan Sita Mohan Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram.
So this was the first time. What you saw just a minute ago was the first time that we would have all, or almost all over the world, would have gotten the first darshan of Ram Lala, the 5-foot deity of Lord Ram that would have installed. The Pran Pratishtha ceremony was still going on. In a few minutes after now, you will get like a full view from the face coming down or from the lotus feet of the Lord going up. So we'll just give you 3-4 minutes more kirtan before we all take our leave this evening. Sitaram, 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 Jaya Sitaram. 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 Sitaram, 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 Sitaram. Sitaram, 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 Jaya Sitaram. Sitaram, 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 Jaya Sitaram. Sitaram, 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 Sitaram. Sitaram, 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 Sitaram. Jaya Jaya Sitaram, Jaya Jaya Sitaram. Jaya Sitaram, Jaya Jaya Sitaram. Sitaram, 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 Sitaram. Sitaram, 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 Sitaram. Jaya Jaya Sitaram, Jaya Jaya 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 Sitaram. Sitaram, 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 Sitaram. Sitaram, 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 Sitaram. Jaya Jaya Sitaram, Jaya Jaya Sitaram. Sitaram, Jaya Jaya 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 Sitaram. Ram Lakshman Janaki, Jai Bolo Hanuman ki, Ram Lakshman Janaki, Jai Bolo Hanuman ki, Jai Bolo Hanuman ki, Ram Lakshman Janaki, Jai Bolo Hanuman ki, Ram Lakshman Janaki, Ram Lakshman Janaki, Jai Bolo Hanuman ki, Jai Bolo Hanuman ki, Jai Bolo Hanuman ki. Radhe Shyam, Radhe Shyam, Sitaram, Sitaram, Radhe Shyam, 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 Radhe Shyam, Sitaram, Radhe Shyam, Sitaram, Radhe Shyam, Sitaram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman ki, Jai Ram Lala ki, Jai Shri Ram, Jai Jai Shri Ram. Hare Krishna. Thank you all very much. Jayam Vishnupad Paramhamsa Padvakacharya. Astota Star Sri Samadhi's Divine Grace. A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. Jayam Vishnupad Paramhamsa Padvakacharya. Astota Star Sri Samadhi's Divine Grace. Srila Bhaktivedanta Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Anant Guru Vaishnavinda ki. ISKCON founder Srila Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Shri Ayodhya Dham ki. Ram Lala ki. The glorious appearance, reappearance of Ram Lala Ayodhya India ki. Nitai Gauda Premanandi. Ribol. All glories to the sum of devotees. All glories to the sum of devotees. All glories to Shri Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Hare Krishna. Thank you all very much. Please do enjoy Bhojan to your fullest satisfaction. This evening Bhojan was contributed by our good friend and devotee, Mr. Dave and his wonderful Dharmpatni. So please give your blessings to them while you're taking prasadam also. Hare Krishna. So the boys are going to do, in the meantime you're wrong and about, they are going to do the Das Avatara Stotram that glorify the 10 major incarnations of the Lord, which will include Lord Ramachandra. Which will specifically include Lord Ramachandra. Hare Krishna.
Pralaya payodi jale vrittavanasi vedam Vahita charitram makedam Keshavadrita meena sharira Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Keshavadrita meena sharira Shritiriha vipulatare tishtate tava prishte Dharani dharana kinachakra gariste Keshavadeta kurma sharira Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Keshavadeta kurma sharira Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare O Vasati Dashana Shikhare Dharani Tava लग्ना शशिनिकलङ्ककलेवनिमग्ना केशवधृता शुकररूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
केशवरेखा शुकररूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
वो तव कर कमलवरेण कमाद्भुत शृङ्गां दलित हिरण्यकशिपूतनवृङ्गं केशवधृता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
केशवरेखा नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
कलयसि विक्रमणे बलमाद्भुत वामना वदनकनिरजनिता जनपावन केशवधृता वामनरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
केशवरेखा वामनरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
क्षत्रिय रुधिरमये जगदपगत पापं स्नपयसि पयसि शमित भवतापं केशवधृता भृगुपति रूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
केशवरेखा भृगुपति रूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
पितरसि दिक्षुरणे दिक्पते कमनीयं दशमुखमौलिबलिं रमणीयं केशवधृता रामशरीरा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
केशवरेखा
राम शरीरा
जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश
केशवधृता राम शरीरा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
केशवरेखा राम शरीरा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
रहसि वपुषि विश्वदेवसनं जलदावं फलहति भीतिमिलितयमुनावं केशवधृता हलाधररूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
केशवरेखा हलधर रूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
निन्दस्य यज्ञविदेरहः श्रुतिजातं सदय हृदय दर्शित पशुघातम् केशवधृता बुध शरीरा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
केशवरेता बुध शरीरा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
लेखनि वहनि धने कलयसि करबालम् धूमकेतुमिव किमपि करालम् केशवधृता कल्कि शरीरा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
केशवरेता
जय
जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
श्री जयदेव कवेरिदमुदितमुदारम् शृणु सुखदं शुभदं भवसारम् केशवधृता दशविधरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे केशवधृता दशविधरूपा
जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
वितरति दीक्षुरने दिक्पति कमनीयम् दशमुखमौलिबलिं रमणीयम् केशवधृता राम शरीरा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
केशवरेता
ओ केशवधृता राम शरीरा जय जगदीश हरे केशवधृता राम शरीरा जय जगदीश हरे ओ केशवधृता राम शरीरा जय जगदीश हरे जय सीताराम 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 जय सीताराम जय सीताराम 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 जय सीताराम जय सीताराम सीताराम जय सीताराम अयोध्या धाम अयोध्या धाम जय अयोध्या धाम अयोध्या धाम जय प्रेम से बोलो श्री रामचंद्र भगवान की श्री राम लल्ला के श्री राम मंदिर की
जय
श्री श्री अयोध्या धाम के हरे कृष्ण।